Hi everyone, Daryl here. Today we're going to do a review on Park Colonial by CEL Unique Development. Okay, so where is Park Colonial? Park Colonial is located along Woodleigh Lane, which is in District 13. It's a 99-year leasehold condominium, and the expected date of TOP is in July 2022, which is approximately 4 years from now. And the number of units in Park Colonial will be 805. Okay, so a little bit of background information on Park Colonial. So Park Colonial was actually is actually built on a government. The government actually sold the land to bidders. Then the top bid was actually won by CEL Unique Development, winning bid of 700.7 million. Okay, so the this is where Park Colonial is. Okay, so it's located just outside Woodleigh MRT. If you come from Woodleigh MRT, you get out at exit B, then you get to Park Colonial. Okay, this used to be the old site of where the Youngbird Hospital is. If you guys are familiar with this area and have been living there for some time, or familiar with this area like maybe 20 years ago, this whole right side here, which is from the Woodleigh MRT exit A, this whole area used to be the Bidadari Cemetery. So it has been cleared off, exhumed already, and then all these places like Woodleigh Village, Woodleigh Residences, Woodleigh Mall, and this HDB Alcove Courtview, Alcove Lakeview, and Alcove Oasis, all these, they are all being built currently. There is a primary school which is close by, which is Cedar Primary School, quite a good primary school. Right opposite Park Colonial will be Stanford American International School. So if you are looking to purchase to rent, you may get some tenants from Stanford American International School. Okay, so the most important thing is that if you're purchasing Park Colonial, it's either whether for own stay or to rent it out, right? You want it to be accessible. Try not to take whatever that's written in the sales brochure. Do your own homework. So if let's say you go from Woodleigh MRT to Dhoby Ghaut MRT, according to Google Maps, it will take you about 15 minutes. If you drive via CTE, it will take you about 8 minutes. So you can see this area here, Woodleigh, right? Okay, when you come out from Park Colonial, you can go straight towards the direction of Serangoon. From here, you can turn left and you can enter into CTE. So you drive along Braddell Road and you can turn left into CTE. If you go by this direction and make a U-turn, and you head towards Potong Pasir, that direction, right, will lead you into PIE, whether it's to PIE Tuas or PIE Changi. They lead both to PIE. Okay, and next this. Okay, so how long does it take to get to Raffles Place? So if you drive by CTE, it takes you about 10 minutes. It's wise to take note that when I did this Google Maps inquiry, I was doing it during non-peak hours, so I would think that during peak hours the timing may be a little bit more. In fact, maybe you could buffer like twice that time for driving. Okay, and it's good to take note and to understand the transactions around that area, so that you can better understand whether you're paying a fair price. So Park Colonial, right, is being sold for about like 1,600, 1,700 per square foot. These are the transactions for 8 at Woodleigh. 8 at Woodleigh is also a 99-year leasehold condominium, and the 99-year lease was it commenced from 2008. So currently it's already 10 years down. So there's 89 years left on the lease. It is important to note that the 99 years actually starts from the day that the developer takes over the plot of land. So like for Park Colonial, currently the 99-year lease is already running. Okay, because as they are constructing, the 99-year lease is already there. So by the time you take over the condominium, there may only be 95 years or maybe 94 years left on the lease. Okay, so 8 at Woodleigh, right, has about 89 years left on the lease. These are the transactions based up to June. Okay, so you can see there was actually a transaction in February 2018, and it was transacted at 1,657 per square foot. But this was for a one-bedroom unit. You can see that it's 398 square feet, and it was transacted for 660,000. Okay, and was on a rather high level, 11 to 15. Okay. So let's understand the unit types and pricing for Park Colonial. So Park Colonial has 1 to 5 bedroom units. They range from different sizes. The one bedroom is 463 square feet. The one bedroom plus study is about 506 square feet. Then there's the two bedroom classic deluxe, two bedroom plus study, two bedroom dual key. They range from sizes from 570 square feet all the way up to 743 square feet. Then there's the 3-bedroom classic and the 3-bedroom deluxe. So the 3-bedroom classic starts from about 915 square feet to 980 square feet. And the 3-bedroom deluxe, right, goes from about 1,012 square feet to 1,066 square feet. Then there's a 4-bedroom classic and the 4-bedroom deluxe. They range from about 1,184 square feet to 1,410 square feet. Then there's the 5-bedroom luxury, which is 1,712 square feet. Okay, so prices start from about 1,600 plus square feet, 1,600 plus per square foot, sorry, excuse me. And so my thoughts on Park Colonial, right? Personally, I think that the pricing is a little bit steep, but that being said, that is the market price that you expect to pay currently. In fact, units at Affinity at Serangoon or Garden Residences, they are going for like what 1,500, 1,600 per square foot, and that's in Serangoon North. This being next to Woodleigh MRT and along the Northeast Line. Northeast Line properties, they are quite well received from tenants. I guess because Northeast Line, it takes pretty quick to get to like Dhoby Ghaut, which is already in Orchard Road. So I would expect the pricing, I actually initially expected the pricing to be a little bit higher than this because for this project called the Woodleigh Residences, okay, which is actually a joint development by SPH and Kajima, the Kajima Construction or Development. Okay, there's actually a news article on Straits Times that states that this development will be launched at about 2,000 per square foot. So the Woodleigh Residences and the Woodleigh Mall is actually an integrated development. So there's the residences integrated with a shopping mall, a rather large one that must be said. And there's actually going to be an underground bus interchange, which is fully air conditioned. So one thing is that if the Woodleigh Residences is going to be selling for about 2,000 per square foot, then Park Colonial, being also easily accessible to Woodleigh Mall, I would think that maybe 1,600, 1,700, well, that's a discount off the Woodleigh Residences. And if you take a look at all the roads here, can you see this Bidadari Park Drive, okay, and this Upper Aljunied Road? Okay, look at the number of HDB units and this Woodleigh Mall, which is here. I would think that these roads will be pretty packed. So if it were me, I might prefer to stay across the road, and yet Park Colonial should have a back gate which will lead to exit B, so you can just take the underpass and get to Woodleigh Mall anyway. Okay, so all you can do is that you can just Google the Woodleigh Residences, and then after that, on Google there's a tab there called News. Just click News, or you type the Woodleigh Residences Straits Times, and then you click News. You should see the article that states that they expect the pricing to be about 2,000 per square foot. Okay, so for that, my pricing will be 3.5.5. I don't expect me to give very good ratings for pricing because in general, I think the property market is at a pretty high level. Okay, and that being said, right, so we can actually calculate the rental yield or expected rental yield. So you can go to URA website. You can take a look at 8 at Woodleigh as well. The main reason why I'm using 8 at Woodleigh as a benchmark, right, is because it's actually located just off Park Colonial, just like maybe a couple of tens of meters away from Park Colonial. And if let's say anybody wants to rent, it'll be around this area. I mean, in 8 at Woodleigh or the condominiums around here. So 8 at Woodleigh is along the main road, so it's the closest to the MRT. I mean, barring Avon Park. Okay, so let's take a look at 8 at Woodleigh. You can see here, right, the 2-bedroom units, right, they rent for about 3,000 or maybe 2007 or 2008. Okay. Okay, so let's use a bit of a, you know, like a calculator to calculate how much is the expected rental yield. So if let's say based on 2,800 per month, your annual rent will be about 33,600, and a 2-bedroom unit in Park Colonial is going for starting from 900 plus. So let's take it that the 2-bedroom unit you purchase is about $1 million. So if it's about $1 million, right, then your rental yield is about 3.36%. Okay, so this gross yield, you have not taken into account the monies that you pay for your conservancy, sinking fund, or any of the blank months that no tenant is staying inside your unit. Because generally, when you want to rent a unit, your agent has to advertise the property, and then you may leave your property vacant for maybe a month or two, then you get a tenant. So essentially, it's not really 3.3% gross yield or 3.3% yield. The net yield is actually lower than 3.3%. Okay, so yeah, that's the yield that you're getting. But that being said, right, the main reason why I would suggest that people do take a look at properties around Woodleigh is that, okay, it's quite rare to actually get a condominium that links directly to the MRT station. So if you go one stop further down, which is Serangoon, Serangoon does not have any condominium which is linking directly to Serangoon MRT. The closest condominium will be Forest Woods, and even Forest Woods is a walk from the MRT station. Woodleigh is literally you come out of the MRT station and then Park Colonial is there, or the Woodleigh Residences is there. And one more thing is that if you want to rent a unit in Woodleigh, that means if you own a unit in Park Colonial and you want to rent it out, you don't have to compete with the neighboring HDB blocks. So if let's say you take a look at like Potong Pasir, some people will say, oh, then why not I buy Potong Pasir? Yes, you could buy Potong Pasir, but I don't think the shopping mall, which is the Poise Center, I think, which is with Poise Residences, I don't think the mall is going to be as big as the Woodleigh Mall. On top of that, right, if you purchase a unit in Potong Pasir, you will also have to contest with the existing condominiums there as well as the HDB units there out for rent. The main reason is that when you get your keys to Park Colonial and you want to find a tenant, you only compete with Avon Park, Woodleigh Residences, 8 at Woodleigh, Blossoms at Woodleigh, Euro Asia Park, and Park Mondrian. You will not be competing with all these HDB blocks. The main reason is that even if people have moved in, the 5-year minimum occupation period is not up yet. Therefore, these HDB blocks, they cannot be rented out, okay, unless for some specific special reason. Okay, but in general, the HDB blocks around this area, right, they will not be able to be they cannot be rented out by the owners of the HDB blocks. So your competition for rent for tenants in and around Woodleigh area will be pretty low compared to places like Potong Pasir, or if you go one stop down, Serangoon or Kovan, around there all the HDB blocks they've all reached they're all older than 5 years, so most of the owners there, they are all past the minimum occupation period, and some of them are being rented out. Okay, so therefore that's why I normally say if you want to buy a property in Potong Pasir or Woodleigh, I would recommend Woodleigh. This is the reason why I recommend Woodleigh over Potong Pasir. Okay, so the location wise, right, I would think that Park Colonia is really prime. It takes like 15 minutes just to get to Dhoby Ghaut MRT station, which is pretty quick via the Northeast Line. At the same time, right, you can take one stop down to Serangoon and you can link you, it will link you to the Circle Line. Okay, and in terms of quality, right, in terms of quality, yeah, you can take a look at what CEL Development, Heaton Holdings, and KSH Holdings have built. They are actually the joint developers under this CEL Unique Development. So it's actually a joint venture between these three companies. And these three companies, right, they built developments like High Park Residences, Grange Infinite, Lincoln Suites, I Live at Grange, the Fulcrum at East Coast, and Junction 9 and 9 Residences, the one at Yishun. So these people, they are not unknown developers. And if you take a look at some of the developments, right, like personally, I've been to Grange Infinite and I've got clients at Grange Infinite and Lincoln Suites, right. I feel that the quality and standard of finishing is pretty good from the developer. Okay, so that's all for the review. I'll leave the actual blog post in the description below. The main reason why I'm doing this is that I actually had clients who asked me whether Park Colonial is a good investment and what are my thoughts on it. I normally don't tell you outright whether it's a good investment or whether it's a very bad investment. I tend to give my 2 cents worth and my analysis. Then if let's say anybody wants to purchase a unit, right, then they can contact me. That's my contact number and email address, and you can go to my website, which is daryllum.com. I hope you guys like what I do. I think that real estate should be a more consultative profession, and I would like to give my humble opinion and advice. I've been in the real estate industry since 2004. Yep, and so that's it. Thanks.